He's just like, I'm
How
not
old are
doing that
you?
because I'm only 18.
You're 18?
Yeah,
And how old is she?
she's 19.
Don't argue with the devil. Don't try to convince the devil. Get rid of her today, Larry. I will highly recommend you call the police, have her removed.
And then 2 days later, she came back to my house, and she's claiming she's pregnant.
Did she come
So
in?
that,
Did she have a key?
yeah, she had a key,
See, that's
but
why you're supposed to change the
that's
lock, man.
how but I went the cheap way, and I said, she's not going to come back around.
You
I was
don't
trying to
know
go
how
the cheap
evil
way.
operates, man. That's not how evil operates.
Hey Jesse, how you doing?
All is well, Larry.
Hey, I'm calling you. So I've been messing with this girl for about a year, maybe a year and some months now, and it's just, I mean, I really don't know what to do. So right now, at first, I started messing with her when I was in the fallen state. I was having sex with her, XYZ. But then I woke up and I was able to realize, like, this girl, she has a lot of problems, and she's really, really, really afraid of her mom. And it got to the point where I'm like, I'm not going to keep telling you, like, hey, you shouldn't be scared of your mom. Hey, you need to pay attention to what your mom is doing, XYZ, because it's just not what I'm supposed to be doing. And I mean, I know what to do, but it's like I don't know what to do, and it's really confusing me. So right now, she's really scared of her mom, and she's living with me. I mean, she was going to college, and she didn't have nowhere to go. Her mom didn't have a house. Her father didn't have a house. So I moved her in with me, and I mean, I guess you could say it's well, but it's really not well. Like, a lot of the times she's not listening. Like, I have to say something, and I have to repeat it for her to be like, all right. And then most of the time when I tell her to do something, she's talking back or, just not listening. But I'll be like, well, she's only my girlfriend, so I'm not going to expect full obedience. But at the end of the day, I still expect some kind of obedience, meaning that she's living with me. And she's just out here. I'm out working every single day. I'm working on myself every single day. Like, I mean, I'm changing every single day. And I mean, she's still in the same place, still with all of this anger, fear, and doubt and worry. And she's just constantly looking for thrills. She's always trying to go to parties. I shut the party down, so she's not allowed to go to. I mean, she is allowed, but I just don't allow it in the relationship. No parties, none of that. Because nowadays, and mostly in Indianapolis, you really can't go to parties because there's nothing to do except get drunk, get high, or get shot. Especially, I tell her, like, she tries to say, like the other day, she tried to switch it up. She was calling it a party at first, and then when I was like, no, you're not going to no party, she started trying to call it a kickback. And it's just a little get together. It's my cousins and all that. Okay, so now I was like, all right, let me make it just clear. Any place where a bunch of young blacks or just blacks, period, get together to get drunk or get high, you can't go. It's a no-go.
Nice.
And she, I mean,
And
this is the thing. Like, sometimes she understands and she says, okay, well, it's just going to take time. I'm not going to be able to see things how you see them overnight. And then I have family members, like even my dad, telling me, like, you may have to just show her the right way to go. But my thing is, when she's not listening, when she's nagging and complaining about anything, and I mean, a lot of the times she never condemns herself like, hey, what I'm doing is wrong, or it's just like, I'm
How
not
old
doing
are
that
you?
because I'm only 18.
You're 18?
Yeah,
And how old is she?
she's 19.
And you have your own house and everything at 18?
Yeah.
So your question for me is what?
What should I be? I have my dad, sisters, people telling me, like, and even she sometimes says it like, hey, I'm not going to get it overnight. It's going to take time for me to know, for me to be able to see things the way you see it, and to be able to work on myself and fix my anger and my attitude over. So my question is, should I be molding her or showing her the right way and just dealing with the nagging and the complaining? Because when she does it, I'm just like, hey, you need to look at yourself right now. You look kind of stupid. You're mad over nothing. But at the same time, I'm like, I shouldn't be dealing. I don't have to deal with this because I'm only 18 and I'm still working on myself. And like, molding you, it just doesn't sound right because you're only my girlfriend. And it's like, I don't expect anything from her, like moving her in XYZ, because I already knew what I was doing when I did that.
Yeah.
But I don't know about all this nagging and complaining
And so your question is what?
So the question is, should I be molding her and just keep dealing? Because when I deal with it, I don't mind dealing with it. But do I have to? Because it'd be sometimes where I'd be like, I'm good. I'm about to just get out of this
Larry,
relationship because I don't want to deal with it.
Larry,
Yeah.
dump her today. Today, Larry, dump her. Send her back home to mama, dad, wherever she want to go. You're 18 years old. You should just work on yourself right now. And if God meant for you to have a wife, He would send one to you that will obey you. You cannot mold another person. Only God can change the person. We can't even change ourselves. You're wasting your time. You owe her nothing. Ship her back home. Today,
All right.
Larry, not tomorrow. Today.
Okay.
Because
Today,
she
I'm
will.
actually about to.
She will.
I'm gonna do it.
She will destroy you if you don't.
Yeah, I've been noticing that. Like when she doesn't listen, and I'm just getting to the point where I'm like, I really can't trust you because she still has anger. So I know
Right.
I really can't trust her. She tells me she loves me, but I say, like
she doesn't love you, Larry. She hates you.
That's what I tell her because she'll get mad about something, and then she'll just completely change. I'll be like,
no, she has no love at all. She only has hate. You're too young to be putting up with that. You need to work on you. Do the silent prayer. Don't listen to those people tell you to put up with the devil. Ship that girl back home today.
Okay, today, not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Don't argue with her. Don't fight with her. Don't convince her. Just tell her it's over. She got to go today.
There's absolutely no way at all this relationship will work.
No. It ain't going to never work. First of all, you're doing it the wrong way. She shouldn't be living with you, period. You're 18 years old. You're too young to be in a relationship like that. You date, but don't be in a relationship. You just deal with them, but don't spend your money on them. Don't be into that, right? And you can date, but don't spend money on them. Don't move them in. Don't live with them. And continue to seek the kingdom of God, and He will add everything to you. But you ship her home today. You can't help her.
Gotcha.
And don't argue with her. Tell her, no, you got to go. And if your folks like, oh, be patient, tell them to marry her.
Okay, yeah. And that's another thing. I got 2 dogs, and one of the dogs, it's like one dog is mine, one dog is
Come
hers.
back to your phone.
Hold on. There's a lot of stuff in the house. Like, we got 2 dogs. There's a boy dog and a girl dog. So I really don't want her to take the dog, but, like, she's very petty. So she's going to go in the house. She's going to take, a lot of the stuff she has in there. If I don't want her to take the dog and she still takes the dog, should I go after the dog or should I just be like, because I know that if I go after the dog. No,
let her have the dog, the cat.
Let her have the dog.
Let her have her clothes, the dog, the cat. Don't be attached to that, but get her out of your house. Get her away from you because she will destroy you.
All right. I'm about to go ahead and give that call right now. I appreciate that.
And then if your folks like, oh, don't do that, let her stay. Tell them to come again and let her stay with them and let her screw up their life, not yours.
Yeah, man, because I say, like, if it was up to me, there would be 100% peace. And
yes.
And she doesn't believe that's possible. I'm like,
don't try to convince her. You can't convince the devil of anything. Don't argue with the devil. Don't try to convince the devil. Get rid of her today, Larry. And be done with her. If she start crying, let her cry. She want to bake a cake, whatever. But be done with her. She will destroy you.
Got it.
And you stay with the silent prayer, work on you, and only seek the kingdom of heaven. Seek God. And He'll add whatever you need to have. It'll happen naturally. It'll be, you don't have to make it happen. It will happen naturally. You're not supposed to be trying to make any relationship work. Either work or it doesn't. And this one ain't working. All right?
All right.
All right, let me know how it goes. But ship out. Let her know today she's out.
All right, I got you. I'm going to call you back, let you know how it goes.
Does she have a key to the house?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. She has a key to the house, and she doesn't...
Put a new lock on before you let her know she's going.
So So I'm working right now, so I don't get off until 10. So do I go and get a lock and tell her later on tonight? Because I want to call her right now, let her know, like, hey, so she can go ahead and start getting her stuff out. And then while I'm working, she get all her, and then I come home. And then I come home to an empty house. That'd be nice.
Okay, you can do it that way if you think she gonna be so angry. I'm not sure she would do it. Is she on any of your bank accounts or anything?
Oh, yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah, don't have on your accounts or anything, all right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
here's
so
what I
she keep,
recommend. Are you off tomorrow, Saturday?
yeah, Saturday, yeah.
Okay, here's what I recommend. Hang in there for today, since you're at work already. In the
Okay.
morning, tomorrow morning, get up and go buy a lock. Put the lock on, change the lock, and then tell her she got to go.
All right.
That way you'll be home, so you make sure she don't steal stuff and break stuff.
Right.
And if she start breaking stuff, call the police and have her arrested.
Okay.
All right?
All right, I got you. I'm going to call you on Monday, let you know how it went.
All right, and don't overreact to anybody else overreacting to it.
Yes, sir.
All right, but I wish you well.
All right, well, you as well.
Thank you. Amazing.
All right, so I told you I was going to give you a call back yesterday. I talked to you on Friday about my girlfriend. She had a key, so I was ready to be done with her, break up with her. And at first you were like, you need to drop. You said, Larry, you need to get rid of her today. And I knew I needed to, and I was going to, but you was like, she had a key, and you was thinking like she had a key, and she's going out of town tomorrow, so I'm going to just wait till tomorrow so I could change the lock, X, Y, Z. And you recommended that I just wait until tomorrow, hold it off. So after I got off the phone with you, I thought about that for like 5 minutes. And I was like, no, she got to go right now. I want peace right now. So I went to my house. I just took all of her stuff, and I packed it up. And long story short, like I got her out of the house, making a mess, breaking stuff, like just mad and trying to explain herself. Like she's working on herself. It's not going to take time, and I'm just petty for packing her stuff up. But all right, that happened.
So she came home while you were packing up stuff?
Yeah, she came back while I was packing up stuff.
And did she still have the key?
Yes.
And so when she came in, she started breaking up stuff inside your home?
No, she had mirrors inside of the house, and she had grabbed one of the mirrors, and she had threw it outside of the house. And I'm like, bro, are you serious? So she tried to grab 2 more mirrors, and I said, no, you're not getting me. And she's like, I'm not going to break them. All right, I'm not going to break them. I'm just going to put them up. And then she got them, and then she threw them out and said, oops, my hand slipped.
What an evil girl.
Oops, my hand.
What an evil female.
Yeah, so that happened, and she was gone. I blocked her on everything. I blocked every family member. Like, she had no way to contact me. And then 2 days later, she came back to my house. And she's claiming she's pregnant.
Did she come in? Did she have a key?
Yeah, she had a key.
See, that's why you're supposed to change the lock.
But I went the cheap way, and I said, she's not going to come back around.
You don't know how evil operates, man. That's not how evil operates. But anyway, you didn't change the lock because you said she's not going to come back around.
Right. Just trying to be cheap. So she came back. She said she was pregnant. She said she's not leaving the house. She's all confident, like, I live here too. I'm not leaving. So then it got to the point where she's telling me she's pregnant, and I'm not really believing her because of the situation and the timing of it. So I'm like, there's no way you're pregnant. But she wouldn't leave, so she's just basically explaining, like, she couldn't go to her mom's house, she couldn't go to her dad's house. And I didn't believe her, but I kind of believed her a little bit. So I let her stay the night. She slept on the couch, and I told her that she needed to take a pregnancy test. So the next day, I didn't tell her this, but I had her take the test. If it said negative or she didn't take the test, then I was going to just go and get a new lock and change my lock. And then if it said it was pregnant, if it said positive, then, I didn't know what I was just going to do. I was just going to deal with it. But she took 2 tests while I was working. I had her show me. She sent me a video of her taking the test, like on the toilet, everything, the whole process, and she's pregnant. So my question to you is, right now she's pregnant. She's in she came back to the house. I let her come back to the house, but she's sleeping on the couch. But it's just like, how should I treat this relationship now knowing that she's pregnant, but dealing with everything that we had previously just dealt with.
Is she black?
Yeah, she black.
And you black?
Yes, sir.
All right. How old is she?
19.
Here's what I do. What you want, man. 'Cause I told you to change that lock, but you didn't do that. But do what you want, right? Of course, the last
Yeah.
decision is on you. You're 18 years old. I would highly recommend you call the police, have her removed, and have the cops there while she's been leaving, so she can't accuse you of being violent or anything. This female is angry. She's evil. She's demanding that it go her way and not your way. You're just gonna catch pure hell. And if she has the baby, not in your home, somewhere else, and if she want you to hang out with the baby, fine. If not, fine. But if you don't get rid of this female, she's gonna destroy you.
So I don't. Hold on, give me 1 second. So I don't. Pay the counter. So I don't have to take like. So right now, she her she only has her dad and her mom. Her mom doesn't have a house. Her dad doesn't have a house. So she doesn't have anywhere to live. So
She
how
could
do I
live in
go
the
about
alley
that?
somewhere.
Huh?
She could live in the alley.
What? She got my baby.
She and the baby. Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, so why did she decide to take a test after you told her she had to go?
I don't know.
Here's what I recommend, Larry. She still got to go. Larry, I promise you, she's using this baby to manipulate you, whether she's pregnant or not. She's using it to manipulate you to tell you, oh, you got a child. Now you're going to get emotionally involved, and that's where you're probably going to end up destroying you because you're basing this on emotions. If I were you, I would take her to have a DNA test done by a doctor or something, not just a little tube things you use on a toilet. I would,
Okay.
but I would still, and if the doctor says yes, she is pregnant, I would still have her go back to her mama or her daddy or somewhere else and not in your home because she's going to destroy you, Larry. She's going to use that baby against you.
Okay.
She is evil. She is doing all she can now to manipulate and take control of you, your home, and your life. And she will use that baby against you. And if she has any love at all, you send her back to her mama, her daddy, or wherever she got to go. And if she has any love, that won't stop you from taking care of your child. You're very mature for your age. You're taking care of yourself.
Okay. So right now, while she's carrying the baby, it's not a moral responsibility of mine to be like, I have to make sure she's all right and I need to take care of her.
Not,
I'm taking care of the baby.
Not at all. Not one iota. It's not your fault that she got pregnant.
Okay.
If she is pregnant and if it is yours, it's not your fault.
You sure it's not my fault?
Oh, it takes two to tango.
You worried about that?
She is responsible for herself, and you're responsible for you, and no one else is.
Okay, I understand. I guess then it's just those thoughts, because sometimes a lot of people don't understand. Thoughts they can come really quick. They can be really quick.
Yes.
And I guess I get those quick thoughts saying, oh well, now that she has your baby, you have to make sure she's all right and make sure, take care of her basically because she has your baby. So if you take care of her, taking care of the baby. But it's just another thought.
The thoughts are totally lying to you. And the world have taught you that too, and the world lied to you. You got to be re-educated in the right way by the Spirit of God, and He will guide you. You are not obligated to take care of that woman, zero at all. She is responsible for herself. And once the baby comes, and if she has any love, which I doubt, she will let you take care of your child. That's your child. She just has to be around for you to take care of your baby. Hello?
As soon as you said, just wait a little bit. I said, no, she got to leave today, right now. And I got her out, and then she came back.
That's why I told you to take that lock and change it, the key away and change the lock, because that's what they do. She's going to keep held in your life. As long as you put up with it, she's going to keep it there until she destroy you. And she's going to destroy the child, whether it's yours or not, because she's evil. She's not working on herself. And her parents, She has a father and a mother, they don't even want her according to you. She can't go back to them, right?
Yeah, not at all.
So that means she's total evil. So why would you take on somebody else's problem? You're so young.
I don't know. That's why I got her out of there because I'm like I don't have to do this. I'm so young. I don't have to do this. But then the baby thing comes around,
And you
and I
still
did think
don't.
about this earlier
And you didn't think about what?
that I probably should get a DNA test
Yeah, you
or
did.
to get another test to see if she actually is pregnant because even now even after her showing me the test and whatnot, I still have like, are you really pregnant? I
Right.
know that.
That's right. I would highly recommend for several reasons. Number one, to see if it's truly yours, I would have a DNA done and then keep a copy of the DNA. So if it's not yours, she can't go down to the welfare office and make you pay for somebody else's baby. You will have a copy of the DNA. So make sure you hide that from her so she can't take it and destroy it.
Okay.
Because she'll have you taking care of somebody else's baby. But Larry, do what you want, of course. I highly recommend you still change the law and get rid of her.
All right.
Just think about this. Just look how she's carried on now.
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke on it.
Look, you're seeing the real deal, Larry. It's worse than that. And then secondly, her parents don't even want her. That means she's totally out of control. And you're trying to get your life together, and just because, if it is, God forbid, but if it is your baby, she just has to live there for you to take care of your child. If she has any decency at all, she would not get in the way of that because it's not between you and your child, it's between you and her. The fight is not with the child, the fight is with the parents. It has nothing to do with your child. And if she had any decency in her at all, she'll let your baby be with you, let you see your child. Wouldn't be a problem. But I doubt if that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, you'll make a horrible mistake keeping her right now. She's going to destroy you. And especially if she has the baby, she's going to use that against you, and she's going to use the baby against you. I will continue to work on myself, seek the kingdom of God, do the silent prayer, watch those thoughts, and go about your life, man.
I'm gonna definitely smoke on that. It's just those thoughts telling me that she got the baby. It's your baby. Take care of it. But I definitely understand she's responsible for herself.
And that's the devil telling you all that because the devil want to keep you in the prisons of your hell in your imagination and emotions. He's setting you up.
Right.
The answers are not in thoughts. And people consult with thoughts all the time. The thoughts tell them to do this, and they do it, and it doesn't work. And then they go back to the thought, well, maybe I'll do this. I'll get married, or I'll do this. They still consulting with the devil, and the marriage don't work. All you ever do is fight in the marriage. And now you have a second child, and the thoughts say, oh, you can't let her go because there's a second child now. And you believe that. And it's just all hell your whole life until it destroys you. You cannot consult with the imagination. The imagination is evil. There's no truth in the thoughts. It's just thoughts and phony feelings. Those feelings are not even real. God is not a passionate God. God is a dispassionate God. He is not into emotions at all. All emotions like that come from the devil.
Yeah, so I'm gonna handle that. I'm definitely gonna handle that.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
Yes, every morning and every night.
Here's what I recommend. You stay with that, stay with it. And don't let her folks or nobody else talk you into keeping her there because they're in hell too, and they want you to be in the same kind of hell they're in.
Okay, I understand. But and real quick, I have a real quick question.
Okay.
Yesterday you guys were talking about fighting, but fighting without anger. Can you physically fight, such as self-defending yourself, or let's say someone is attacking you, you attacking them back physically? Can you do that without anger?
100%. And if you do it without anger, you're more likely to win because you're
Right.
conscious. When you don't have anger, you're conscious of what you're doing. You're in the present, right? And so the fighter with the anger, he's going to be leaving himself open where you can just, and because you're conscious, you're going to see those open spaces there where you can knock them out. But if you're
Oh man,
angry, you're just like two devils fighting each other, throwing fists around, and nobody know what they're doing.
exactly.
And you end up biting somebody's ear off.
Oh man. Well, thanks, Jesse. I appreciate it. That definitely makes a lot of sense. I'm definitely about to go home and smoke on it a little bit.
Where is she now? Right now?
Right now she's gone. I'm pretty sure she's with her family, her sisters right now,
Well, why can't
looking
they take her
out
in?
looking for cars. Well, this is the thing with her sister. Well, the reason her mom doesn't have a house is because the mom moved herself in with the older sister.
Oh my
So the
God!
older sister is the only other one with the house. That's
Oh,
my seatbelt on.
but that's not your problem, though. She can go live or sleep on the floor at her older sister's house, or her daddy's
Exactly.
house, or somewhere. Here's what I recommend today: while she's gone, change the lock, and then when she come, tell her she got to go, but call the police first and have the cop there so that she can't accuse you of being violent. And she will. And she'll cry fake tears. And she'll say, he was violent. He was abusive. He tried to push me out of the house. He did. She will, Larry. I'm telling you, this woman is dealing with nothing but hell in her. You are not responsible for her at all. Zero. And if it do a DNA, and if it is your baby, that still don't make you responsible for her. You're responsible for the baby. Your half of the responsibility for the baby. And if she allow you to see the baby, fine. And if she doesn't, fine. Don't even force that either. Don't cut the baby in half. You got to stop letting the world control you inside and outside.
100%.
And she's going to do all of that to manipulate and to control you, and you will live to regret it. I promise you. Ain't no way around it.
Oh, dang, man. I almost cussed.
What do you, about what?
I almost said, dang. Because I was just thinking about the other day, I was going to ask you, is there any way two parents could raise a child without the child having to grow up to forgive the mother and the father? Is there a way for it to be perfect, for it done so perfectly in the right way toward where a child doesn't grow up with anger? And then when you just telling me like all these things I see, like dealing with this lady, if the baby really is mine, I know it's going to be difficult. She's going to make it difficult.
Yeah.
And I just like, dang.
She's going to even do it while she's pregnant because she's angry and she's fighting with you. That spirit of anger is already destroying whether it's your baby or not, if she's pregnant. It's already destroying the spirit of the baby in the womb. So the baby's going to come out angry already.
Dang, that's tough.
People don't understand, even the Christians don't understand because they say, oh, Jesus angry. They don't understand the depths of how evil anger is. Anger is just pure evil. There's no insight into it. There's no love. There's nothing but evil. It's an evil nature, period. So you're dealing with evil, Larry. You got to be careful. You're 18 years old. You don't need to get caught up with it. You're blessed in that you know that evil exists. You're working on you. I would highly recommend do not let this get in your way. Send that woman back to her family, wherever she got to go. You are not obligated to her at all. You didn't make her lay down and get pregnant. She chose to do that, influenced by evil, did that. All you're responsible now is your child, if it is yours, and if she try to use that against you, don't fight about that either. Let her have the baby. You go on with your life. and
Okay.
God will bless you.
All right.
And again, do what you want, but change that lock today. Send her away today, but before she get there, make sure the cops are there so she can't falsely accuse you.
Okay.
Because
And
when she see that
another
you're
thing she was trying to
strong,
do.
when she see that you're strong, it's gonna bring out the worst in her because she
Right.
love having control over you.
Exactly. That's definitely something. Pete, another thing she tried to do when she had came back and I was telling her to leave, she was like, because she had paid, she volunteered to pay one bill, and it was a $26 bill. She volunteered to pay it. She's like, well, I'm a resident here. I live here. I
See
pay
there?
bills here. I said, you pay one $26 bill, and you volunteered to pay the bill. But I still, but I 100% I definitely see it. I don't hate women or hold anything against women, but I definitely see, they are the leaders of evil. They
Yeah.
are
Right
truly
now
evil.
you're dealing with the full fiery of evil. And if you don't deal with it calmly and with insight, it will destroy you. I promise you that. It will destroy you. She will destroy you. And that's because it's not her home, it's your home. And if you told her to leave, she should just get up and leave. She shouldn't be fighting to stay in your house. That's your
Right.
house. It's not her house. You're 17, 18. She's 19. She shouldn't be fighting to stay in your house. She'll be like, oh, okay, I'm out, bye. But and she's trying to control you. And the more she sees that she cannot control you, the worse she's going to get. She's going to come up with some stuff that you can't even imagine right now. Look what you just said about a little stupid bill. Give her little $20 back and tell her bye.
She said, so are you going to send my money back? I said, are you dumb? I'm not sending you nothing.
I'm telling you.
I didn't say that. I was just like, I'm not sending you nothing.
Larry, be done with her. Otherwise, you will regret it. Do what you want. Maybe you need this hell, more hell. I wouldn't take that risk, but maybe you need more hell to wake up. But you're seeing hell right now that every man goes through his marriage and everything. And
Right.
you got a chance right now to not go deeper into this kind of hell and just continue to work on you. And one other thing, Larry, do not, do not, do not, don't not, do not, ain't not argue with her ever again. Don't argue. Just state your point and be done. Do not argue.
Understood.
Don't fight with her. Don't touch her because the courts are not on your side, even if it is self-defense. Don't
Right.
touch her. Don't argue with her. Just say, no, you're gone. You're out of here. Bye. Don't argue
All
with
right.
her. Don't argue with her. You understand that?
Got you.
Because you're arguing with the devil, and that's what the devil want you to do. That's how a lot of women get men in trouble, by arguing with them and pretending that they pretend they want understanding. They don't. They want control.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, Jesse.
And so I just got a text from a friend of mine. He said if he doesn't use the cops, he might get away with changing the locks. If she claimed that she is a resident of his home to the authority, he would not be able to kick her out for at least a month.
Yeah, that's what another thing was. But that bill was for last month. So, and then I am the primary. My name is on the lease, but at the end of the day, it's my house. I put in the work for the house. So,
Well,
that's
stay
the,
calm. Stay calm so you can see the right. Be like a fighter that is not anger. Be calm
Okay.
so you can see the right thing to do. And don't argue with her. Don't try to prove anything. But Larry, I highly recommend you get rid of this woman as quickly as possible.
Okay, Jesse, I got you.
And now, if you decide, you know what, I want to stay in my hell. Jesse sounds like he's right about it, but I want to find out for myself. You do it, but you're going to regret it. You already seeing the hell come out of her.
Yeah, I see it, and that. Oh man.
And the more stronger you become, meaning not giving in to her, the worse Satan is going to act up inside of her and look at Larry trying to act like he's strong. Don't let that N word be. It ain't gonna happen. He gonna tell her all kinds of things to do to try to get to you.
Oh my God, man! I didn't see it, but when she came over here the last time, I don't remember too much, but she was saying a lot of stuff that I think she thought it was hurting me, but it wasn't. Like,
Yeah.
she was taking the pettiest stuff. She came in here. There was only one toothpaste. She took the toothpaste. She started taking salt. She took the seasoning salt. I said, but I know she was only doing that thinking it was getting.
It get worse, Larry. Let me know how it goes, but I got to run. But let me know.
All right.
All right, buddy. Amazing.
Yep.